Today, on Be Something Wonderful, create ridiculous overnight success in every area of your life. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Here we are, continuing in paradise here in the beautiful island of Bonaire in the Dutch Caribbean with another powerful video. The conversation that I had with one of you yesterday was just a miracle. It was amazing. I love the way this creator presented a master class and what it really means to be reality. What it really means to create and manifest success in every area of your life overnight. And here's how we started the discussion, and then we're going to put a lesson or a video around his comments. Seeing everything, everyone, every experience as me, as fulfillment, no matter what it looks like, has literally changed my life in every area overnight. We've talked about this idea. He was referring to some specific videos where I have mentioned before that, remember, you could not have the experience of lack or non-fulfillment or unworthiness or separation or any of those what we call negative experiences unless you were absolute utter fulfillment, unless you are absolutely that unity, that I amness, that complete loving, limitless reality of I am awareness. This is what he recognized. And here's some of his comments. My SP, my specific person, wanted more space. I was like, okay, great. and then two more girls over, and then he met two more girls overnight. And then the specific person, the SP, the specific person, then wanted to be closer. He was like, okay. He goes, nothing matters because I'm source. Do you see? It's all, he saw all of it, hear this, as an expression of his fulfillment, as an expression as that one source. That all those perspectives, all those viewpoints, all those vantage points, he was no longer seeing as a negative unfolding. It was simply an unfolding of the fulfillment that he already is. And he's like, okay, this is the true meaning of allowing. Just allowing the fulfillment to unfold and seeing everything as fulfillment, then it must be. He says this is remarkable. I got fired, I got rehired, I quit. All of this happening. I started my own company. It's all an expression of my overnight success, my absolute fulfillment. He was referring to about 3 different videos that we've done on the channel, but we've done many, on this idea that overnight success, you're it. Fulfillment is already it. I love this. Fired, rehired, and then quit and started his own company. It's all an expression of the fulfillment that he already is. No matter how little or how much money I have, there's always more or less. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I create it all in the moment. That's an absolute state of abundance. That wherever you stand, your source, it all flows through you and as you. As reality. Whatever it is, it's all that is. You're right, he says here, you're right, it is outrageous, it is ridiculous abundance. Wow. This is someone that really got it, really embodied this idea that you are fulfillment, you're absolutely, utter worthiness, utter fulfillment, utter unity of all that is, utter love expressing itself from infinite vantage points and viewpoints and perspectives, but they're all fulfillment. And so as you see that, then it all must be okay. You are source of all that outrageous abundance, so you are outrageous abundance. This is powerful. I want to unpack some of the things we talked about. And this whole idea that God, or all that is, only knows absolute utter fulfillment. This really resonated with him. One mind, one energy, one reality, one source, I am. Anything else, any other thought, is a belief in some secondary cause or some secondary source, which makes no sense. Or the idea of non-fulfillment or lack, which makes no sense, right? You could never be more or less utterly and absolutely fulfilled than you are right now. You can never be more or less utterly and absolutely fulfilled than where you stand right here and right now. Like Moses answering God, Moses, Moses, here I am. Right here, right now. The greatest command or affirmation ever uttered, I've talked about this, is I am. It's the ultimate demonstration of outrageous and ridiculous abundance of your fulfillment that you already are. I am cannot be any more complete. It can't be any more. It can't be any less. It's unconditional. It's absolute fulfillment here and now. It really goes on to what we talked about yesterday in yesterday's video, which is an outrageous video, right? This idea that what the single most powerful manifesting process ever. We talked about that yesterday. You shall not add to the word which I command you, nor take away from it, so that you may keep the commandments of the Lord or law or your God I am, which I am commanding you. This is from Scripture. In other words, you can't add or take away from your I amness or fulfillment. It's impossible, right? You can't take away from the law or the Lord. There's only one. That commandment is that command. You are commanding your reality, creating it in every moment as an unfolding, as a viewpoint, as a vantage point of the fulfillment that you already are. This is powerful. Remember, you wouldn't even be able to create or manifest the experience of lack or loss or non-fulfillment unless you are utterly and absolutely fulfilled. Bashar and other spiritual greats talk about this, right? Physical and non-physical spiritual greats talk about this. You couldn't even express it unless you were utter fulfillment. Do you see that this creation of lack and loss is impossible without you being source, right? Anything else would imply a secondary cause or a secondary source of reality. Remember, source is source. God is God. I am is I am. The law is the law. That's why in Scripture it says, I am the Lord or the law, and there is no other. There's no other God or source or reality or cause or fulfillment besides me. Besides me. That's why in The Chosen, in that scene at the Pool of Bethesda, you only need me. I am awareness. Your I am awareness is the only cause. There's no reality, there's no source, there's no cause, there's no fulfillment outside of I am, outside of the law. The only law there is, the only law that matters, the law of being. The law of assuming that you're already that person that you desire to be, that you already have those things that you want, and that everything is an expression of that utter and absolute fulfillment that you are. I am God and there is no other. I am God and there is no one like me. We talked about a video, I think it might have been months ago now, where someone wrote to me about winning the lottery. I mean, millions. This person won millions. But saying that I just affirmed and fell asleep to I am God and there is no other. Well, of course. But even the expression of no lottery, and it's all an expression of fulfillment. It's all an expression of that absolute fulfillment of who you are. This is what he got. This is what this creator understood yesterday in a big way. So, The Chosen, healing at the pool. Of course, you know I love this, right? Watch the whole scene from every different perspective. The whole series is powerful, but this is my favorite part, my favorite scene. But this pool, it does nothing for you. It means nothing. You don't need this pool. You only need me. Again, me. I am God and there is no other. I am God and there's none else like me. There's none like me. Your I am awareness. There's only your I am awareness. There's no God besides me, besides your awareness of already being that reality, already being fulfillment, already being cause and source of everything you want. There is no other source of fulfillment. That means there is no lack of fulfillment. There is no non-fulfillment. There is no struggling and trying to stay and wish fulfilled or fulfillment. Everything's an experience or an expression of that fulfillment. Right? Give up the struggle. I am is the one ultimate reality. The recognition and awareness that I am abundance and fulfillment. The recognition awareness that I am the abundance and fulfillment I seek is instant. It's overnight, it's complete, it's absolute success in every area of your life. Do you see that he's looking at every area of his life as utter success? It doesn't matter what's happening. Do you see it? It didn't matter what, okay, I want to be with you, okay, you don't want to be with me, okay, fine. Okay, I get fired, I get a job, I quit, I start a company. It's all an expression of fulfillment. Otherwise, you couldn't have any of those experiences because there's no other cause, there's no other source, right? Any belief that you need anything from out there to be fulfilled is a belief in secondary causes or some other source or God. Any belief that you need anything out there to be fulfilled is a belief in secondary causes, a secondary source. This is what Neville Goddard was pointing to when he was teaching the Pearl of Great Price from Scripture, right? Unpacking that idea. We've unpacked that in many videos. It's a belief in your I am awareness as the only source. You only need me, is what Jesus was saying at the Pool of Bethesda in that scene from The Chosen. Each viewpoint is complete, whole, and one unity of God. Now know this, hear this. This is the discussion we had. He goes, Tom, it's just mind-boggling, but think of it. That when he says that, yeah, it's okay if she wants to be with me or doesn't want to be with me. It's okay if I get fired or I quit or I start a new company, because each of those viewpoints is complete in itself. You can't divide up God. You can't divide up the one unity, the one reality. So remember, that's what they mean. That's what the teachings of the holographic and non-local universe mean. It means that every part of the universe, of you, of manifested reality, of experiences, of God, of all that is, contains or is all that is. All of it's holographic, and any part of the hologram, any way you cut it up, any way you view it, contains the entire image of reality. Right? And you were made in God's image, so your image is the entire image of God. And you remember those holograms as kids that you would cut up, right? And any one contained the whole image. Any viewpoint contains the entire viewpoint of God. It can't be divided. The unity, God can't be divided or separated or looked at from separation. It's only unity, knowing yourself as that utter and absolute fulfillment from infinite perspectives, viewpoints, and vantage points. From each viewpoint, though, each vantage point, each perspective is actually complete and whole in itself. It contains all of God. Wherever God is at all, wherever you are at all of God is. Wherever reality is at all of reality is. It cannot be divided. That one divine mind is absolute unity. So whatever you're looking at, whatever you're experiencing, within that image, within that experience is the entire experience of all that is. Wow. Right? One great I am, one great unity, one great reality that can never be divided or less or more than it is. In the beginning, God. Before Abraham, I am. It's said over and over. The ancients have said it over and over in many different ways. Reality, God, I am, fulfillment, you is holographic and non-local. Holographic means every part, every perspective, every viewpoint, every experience, every vantage point is complete, whole, and everywhere and everything all at once. Non-local means it's everywhere and everything all at once. It's all simultaneous, non-local and holographic. So any experience that you have, any vantage point, is all of God, all of reality, everything you want, and it's everywhere, everything all at once, just like the movie. And the moment you recognize and embody this one idea, as this powerful creator that I talked with yesterday did, you create and manifest the experience of overnight success. He said his whole life has taken a turn. He has more money flowing through him than he ever has. He has more love expressed from people around him than he ever has. He is experiencing more success in all its forms than he ever has, because he sees everything as an expression of that fulfillment, as an expression of that success that he already is. He is creating ridiculous overnight success in every area of his life, and it is overnight because it is instant. In the moment you recognize it, you are it anyway. So it must demonstrate that. But look at everything as fulfillment, right? As he has. And that's all you'll see. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the ambassadors at facebook.com/groups Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and our membership channel. We're having another live stream. We just had a live stream last Sunday. We're going to have another one right here from Bonaire this Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, U.S., or 12 noon Atlantic Standard Time. This is going to be very impromptu. I'm going to be answering your questions as you ask them on chat. So get on chat. Join us for this session. You can continue to send your questions to info@besomethingwonderful.com. I will get to those as well, and we're getting to those in videos. But I'm really enjoying the chat with you. This is a step leading to live events eventually, right? Where we're going to be all together in the same place. We always are all together, right? But we're going to create that manifested experience, right? Places like here. So creators, join me. If you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, check out the link below. And if you're a member and you miss it, don't worry. It will be recorded and available on the membership channel anytime for you to view. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the beautiful island of Bonaire in the Dutch Caribbean. Until next time, we'll see you soon.